See other guys, my name is Kumar, you're watching me. Let's start registering video without having the further delay. So basically this video is going to be the routine of 29th April 2025 and today is Tuesday and this video is going to be the routine of day 510 days of routine video, right? So let's start registering video. Though as I already told you that my urgently plan happened to go to the Bihar. So in yesterday's routine video I reached to the train station. So I was inside the train and I sleep. So from today, that means 29th April 2025, I wake up. Then after some time later I washed my mouth. Then after that I was very near to reach Araria court, right? So after some time later I reached to the destination, that is Araria, right? So basically one thing I saw, that there is a thing that is I used to see this very long period of time happen when I saw that last time. Basically, a tempo or auto, a kind of using to start the engine from the rope, like they have to just rope down, rounding, then stretch. That starts working, right? So, and so after that we reached to the our village, right? So yes, uh, that is uh, Pactola, right? So after that I had taken the rest and ate food. Then after that, my one of the my my mother's brother son came to take us from there. So right, but due to the some reason we can't go, so he went back, right? So at the time of evening I went to the chalk on foot. uh, Chalk means a kind of, this is not chalk and duster, that kind of chalk. This is a kind of place which is the name, that is right, that is Pactola chalk. It is a name of place, right? So on foot I went there and I went somewhere in the village. So then after that, the environment and weather was actually very good, right? So after that I came home, then I ate food, then after some time later I went for the sleep. So basically guys, this is the first day of what is actually happened in Bihar after reaching the village. So what is actually happened, so this is the thing what is actually happened, guys. And to the about what is actually happened, I will share you to the upcoming videos, right? So let's start. In today's I have to talk about directors with unlimited liability. Okay. Ordinarily, the liability of a director in a limited company is the same as that of the member. Of the company. There is nothing in the act or however to prevent their liability being made unlimited by memorandum of the company, or if limited by memorandum, being converted into an unlimited liability in pursuance of authority given by the articles. The same principle applies also in the case of a manager of a limited company. Now, fourth is investigation in the affairs of a company. Where the central government is of the opinion that it is necessary to investigate into the affairs of a company on the receipt of a report of the registrar or inspector under section 208 on information of a special resolution passed by a company, that the affairs of the company ought to be investigated. In public interest, it may order its investigation into its affairs of the company. If an inspector is appointed under section 210 or 212 or 213 of the Companies Act to investigate the affairs of the company, he has the power to also investigate the affairs of any related company in the same management or group, section 219. This is in complete disregard to the separate entities of the companies. Fraudulent conduct of business, section 339. If in the course of winding up of a company it appears that any business of the company has been carried on in the intention to defraud creditors of the company or any other persons, the tribunal may declare that any persons who are knowingly parties to the carrying on the business in the fraudulent manner shall be personally responsible without any limitation of liability for all or any of the debts or other liabilities of the company. Okay, so yes guys, this is the thing what is actually happened. Now, failure to return the application money. Section 39. No allotment of any shares of a company offered to the public for subscription shall be made unless the amount stated in the prospectus as the minimum amount has been subscribed and the sums payable have been paid to and received by the company. If the amount of minimum subscription is not received within 30 days from the date of issue of prospectus or such other period as may be specified by Security and Exchange Board of India, the amount shall be returned within such time as may be prescribed. In case of default, the company and its officer who is in default shall be liable to a penalty for each default of rupees 1000 for every day of default of rupees 1 lakh, whichever is less. Misrepresentation in prospectus, section 34 and 35. In case there is statement in prospectus, every director, promoter, expert and any other person who was involved in the issue of prospectus shall be liable to compensate for loss or damage to every person who subscribed to shares on believing the untrue statement published in the prospectus. Misdescription of name. The name of the company is very important. It shows the identification, so every detail regarding the spelling and pronunciation of the name of the company should be paid attention. The company's name lets the company enter into contracts and legally bind it. The name requires prior approval as under section 4 and printed under section 12 of the Companies Act. Thus, if any representative of the company collects bills or signs on the behalf of the company and enters in incorrect particulars of the company, then is personally liable. Okay. Case law. Hendon versus Edelman, signatory directors were held personally liable for stating the company's name and signed as LR Agencies Limited while the original name was L&R Agencies Limited. Pre-incorporation contract. Promoters will be personally liable for all those contracts which are made before incorporation of the company and which are not adopted after the incorporation of the company. Okay. Ultra Vires Acts. Every company is bound to perform in compliance of its Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association and the Companies Act 2013. Any action done outside preview or either is said to be ultra vires or improper or beyond the legitimate scope. Such operations of the company can be subject to penalty. The doctrine of ultra vires acts against companies was evolved in the case Asbury Railway Carriage and Iron Company Limited versus Hector Ritchie, where a company entered into contract for financing construction of railway lines, and this operation was not mentioned in the memorandum. The House of Lords held this action as ultra vires and contract null and void. Liability under the other statutes. There are many other provisions of the company law where directors of a company are personally liable for the default in complying with those provisions. Some of these are non-maintenance of proper books of account, default in holding of annual general meetings, default in filling the annual returns, default in paying dividends after declarations, false declaration of solvency, non-cooperation with the company auditors or with the liquidators in the event of the winding up of the company, non-compliance with the regulation of the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Securities and Exchange Board of India, beside these directors, may be held liable under pollution laws, social security laws, minimum wages act, ESI, EPF, gratuity, competition act, foreign exchange management, etc., FEMA, taxation laws. So yes guys, this is the thing what is actually happened in my today's routine video. So yes guys, I think that it is enough for today guys, so let's end the video guys. See you all. Bye bye.